Greetings and salutations, all happy Christmas, happy holidays and all that sort of stuff. I'm not a religious person, you probably might have guessed over the years. But nice Christmas. I think Christmas is a really good time for like giving thanks and just a sort of summary of the year. We should make it a holiday, we could call it like Giving Thanks Day or something. I think it would be really good. But I just wanted to make a quick video to say thank you and also to talk about future plans and stuff for me, for the channel, ongoing stuff. So, going to take a little break over Christmas period because, got a family now and a house and get to do proper Christmas stuff. I get to be Santa and dish out the presents. Looking forward to it. So, firstly, thank you again for another year. This is the bit where I really try not to get emotional. It's been a fun year. It's been the last couple of months, especially because obviously this Football Manager version is just the best ever. And I'm loving playing it and stuff. And so that's just been a joy. The main thing I want to thank you for, well, is money, obviously. But I'm trying to put it a politer way. Thanks for giving me money, everybody, and keeping me paying the bills. Thank you for the support over the year. I think the biggest thing I am grateful for is the fact that I don't have to play the YouTube game. I've never been a numbers guy. Like, once I was able to make minimum wage-ish, a little bit below minimum wage, doing YouTube, I was fine with that. As long as I could pay the bills and eat, don't care about being rich. So I was focused on the numbers and making sure the views were certain there and subscribers was growing to the point where I could call it a job and pay the bills. And the last couple of years, I've been able to just make the content that I've wanted to do, which is such an unbelievable luxury on YouTube. Watch even like the bigger YouTubers, if you ask them what, I'm sure 99%, 90% of YouTubers all love what they're doing, for instance. But if you ask them, what videos would you make? If you just had to make videos, but you could make them about anything, or talk about anything, or play anything, or do anything, it wouldn't be necessarily the stuff that's on their channel, because you have to play the algorithm game. And, and also a lot of people do get caught up in the numbers, the constant growth and stuff like this. Like I don't even know my subscriber count. It hasn't grown much. You shut up, Lokes. It hasn't grown much in the last couple of years. And I don't really care if it does or doesn't. One day it'd be nice to get a 100k plaque, but just to have a thing on my wall saying I'm a YouTuber, but that's never really bothered me. And thank you to the people that support me financially through Patreon and Twitch subs and YouTube memberships. That is the bulk of my income. So it's not based on views. It's not based on ad revenue. The ad revenue is probably 25% maybe of my income. So I can just do the journeyman. And obviously 150 episodes of one series is not how you grow on YouTube. And it doesn't get huge views. But the people that do enjoy it really love it. And I love making it. I love just playing the game. Occasionally, if tomorrow I think of a fun idea for an experiment, I'll do it. And I'll do a random video if I think of one I want to make. But that's the joy of what you've given me, is the freedom of making the thing I want to make. So thank you again for an entire year of support. You've allowed me to, over the last, 7 years, which is mad, to scrimp and save up enough money to put a deposit down on a house and start this sort of next phase of my life. And that beautiful segue into my plans for 2024. My plans for YouTube is essentially the same, because I get to do what I like. And I know that over time, my Patreon will gradually decrease. As less and less people watch me, that's just how it is, right? And I know that I can't just swan about doing and be lucky forever. and my Patreon will gradually decrease to the point where, there is I need to consider other things. But I've always said that YouTube is the thing I just want to make the stuff. I want to do a journeyman, the occasional experiment, the occasional short series, a fundraiser for a good cause. That will continue for 2024. There's definitely a chance that other series might appear on the channel. If there's a game that I'm really interested in that I think will make a fun YouTube series, then it doesn't have to be football related, anything. I was hopeful that Motorsport Manager or F1 Manager might be that game this year, but I didn't really enjoy it that much. I enjoyed the first one. Second one's all right, but it didn't really do anything more for me. I felt kind of like I was just playing the previous one, to be honest. But if there's games that I want to play, they will appear on the channel. The thing I really want to do in the internet creation space is I want to get back to streaming. Many of you will know I have certain anxieties. I don't like confrontation. I don't like talking to people on the phone. I live in Northern Ireland, right? Some of them over here got funny accents. And I always feel petrified that I'm not going to understand somebody on the phone, and I get really anxious about it and stuff. And I have anxiety if I don't do something regularly, like streaming, for instance. And then I find it really hard to bridge and get back into streaming. But whenever I stream, obviously, because this is how anxiety works, it's not like logical. Once I stream, I have a whale of a time, and it's great. And I want to make streaming a bigger thing next year and get it back into a regular pattern and do it regularly and stream FM, but also stream other games and just have a much more regular cadence to putting out streams and stuff. Just because it's so much fun. It's all well and good having comments that I see a couple of days after and reply to on a YouTube, and then that person might not ever see the reply or reply 3 days after. Having proper conversations with you guys is my favourite thing. I've always said one of my proudest achievements is creating a Discord of people that regularly hang out and chat in the text, but also in the voice chat. And I've made all my best friends are from the Discord. So I want that to become a bigger thing and do the streaming. Aside from the sort of standard content creation, the obviously big thing I've got going on is that I've talked about it a lot, but if you don't know, the whole plan of being able to buy a house with a decent sized garden was that both me and the missus want to dedicate our big part of our lives to rescuing. I've always wanted to rescue dogs and help out dogs more. My missus is a crazy cat lady and she wants to do cats. We currently have a one-eyed cat kitten that was, we don't know how, but she's had to have an operation to remove her eye, called Ned, because we're rewatching Game of Thrones, and we just wanted to do that more. So the plan is we've still got lots of work to do on the house to make it cat friendly. We've got cat trees. We've had a catio built. I've got a house outside for the cats. But eventually what we also want to do is build an outbuilding where we can look after more cats and dogs and, gradually develop the place so we can look after more animals. And obviously that's going to cost a lot of money, right? Vet bills alone are just going to be... And I've always wanted to look after older dogs that don't get a home, that struggle to get rehomed, to give them a retirement home, if you will, for the last couple of years. With a big garden, they can chill and relax and spend their last couple of years in happiness. But obviously with that, older dogs is huge vet bills and all that sort of stuff. So, which we could never afford, even with your generosity on Patreon and stuff. So the plan, once we get settled into the house... probably sort of February, Marchish next year, I'm going to create a new YouTube channel, and it's going to be all about the dogs and the cats. So it's going to be a mix of sort of vlogs talking about the rescue place, and what animals we're looking after, and obviously Loki and Ollie and Freya and the cats here now and just their lives. Also some tips videos, because if you don't know, I'm a qualified dog trainer and dog nutritionist and dog first aider, and I like dogs. And my missus is very similar with cats, so we want to dedicate our lives to that. So once we get a bit more settled and we've still got a ton of work to do on the house, that will become a bigger part of our lives, and that'll be a second channel which I'll obviously let you know about when it all happens. So that's going to be huge, and that hopefully that channel, those views on that channel, will essentially every single penny that's made, whether that's through ad revenue on the channel or sponsorships or whatever it is we do on that channel, will all go to helping the animals. Essentially, even now, obviously all the money I make goes to, you know, paying a mortgage and eating and stuff, but any excess just goes towards animals anyway. So, but just on top of that, another way to make money for the animals. And also the candle company, many of you bought the limited edition Loki candle. I've on and off since I was about 12 have enjoyed making candles, and I did a little limited edition mug and candle set recently. I have a whole setup ready to go, essentially, where we're going to make, we've got a website and everything called Bookie Candles, and that whole website, every penny of profit that website makes is going to essentially go towards the rescue and rehoming. And the good thing is we also work with local rescue charities. My missus is on the board of a local rescue charity. So if we did make excess money, that would just be spread out to other rescue charities to help them do their work and stuff. So that'll be sort of well into next year and stuff, because first things first, we've got to get the house ready. Like at the moment, we've got a spare bedroom, which was going to be essentially our dressing room with our wardrobes and clothes in. But right now, before we moved in, we've had rescue cats in there and unable to use it. So lots of stuff to do, but that's the sort of grand plan going forward. So yeah, but like I said, with this YouTube channel, that it doesn't mean that's going away. I will be making a daily video. Maybe it might be Monday to Thursday or whatever, or Monday to Friday, but that will be my thing because I love doing this. So even if the pet channel took off and had 2 million subscribers and was making lots of money to easily pay for it, I'd still be uploading these videos because I love doing this. As hopefully you guys see, it's not a chore for me. I'm not doing it to make money. I'm doing it because I love it. Like from the moment I started uploading a video, I just loved it. I don't want to stop. It's my favorite thing, and I'll continue to do so, hopefully until the day I keel over and die. Anyway, on that happy note, I just want to say thank you. Very excited about the next year. This year has been huge. You know, a month ago moving into a house. Absolutely crazy. Never thought I'd actually get to this point, but this is essentially just the start. We have big plans, and I hope many of you will be along for the ride, because, you know, it's going to be fun, and I'm going to need your help, especially with things like with the pet channel. Obviously, I need a bunch of you to subscribe to help with the YouTube algorithm. I have to be a sort of a numbers guy for that, to get that off the ground, and just to watch the videos and support the videos. But also just for like video ideas, what sort of stuff you want to see on that and everything. So I'll make, at some point before we launch the pet channel, I'll make a specific video asking for what you want to see and stuff. So lots to look forward to, lots of big plans. 2024 is going to be a massive year, and I hope you'll join me for the ride. Thank you again for all your support for this year. You are superstars. You've changed my life, even before all this house stuff. Just the fact that I found something after 40 plus years of living on this planet that I wanted to do, and also through that have made a ton of really good friends, is just the best thing ever. So thank you so much. Have a wonderful Christmas. Have a wonderful giving of thanks day, as we're calling it. And Happy New Year and all that good stuff. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.